month leading up to Miss Universe 2020, I'm going to be releasing a video of my favorites for the crown. So I have a top 15 list of the contestants who I really love. This is some news from the Miss Universe organization. They've announced that if a country does not have their representative by the end of December, that is the deadline to get a representative for the next Miss Universe pageant. So it looks like it's pretty likely that we will have the pageant in the first quarter of 2021. So that's pretty exciting. So here are my top 15 favorites for Miss Universe 2020 December edition. Okay, before I start, please remember to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow my channel from scratch, which is pretty daunting, but I'm gonna be releasing videos very regularly, especially now because international pageants are upcoming. It's a really exciting time. So please subscribe and please give my video a big thumbs up. Thank you. So let's get started. I honestly love all the contestants, okay, not all, but most of the contestants competing. And then just one caveat, South Africa is not included in this list because Miss South Africa, Shudu Fatso, has not been confirmed which pageant she will go to. She can go to Miss World, Miss Universe, or Miss Supranational. We don't know where she's gonna go. We don't know where Natasha's gonna go, or Tato Mosetle is gonna go. We don't know anything. So I'm not including any South African on this list. And until we get the confirmation, that's when I can include whichever South African is going to Miss Universe. That's when I can include them in my predictions. So South Africa is not in these predictions because we don't know yet. It hasn't been confirmed. Okay, so let's get started with Indonesia. Her name is Ayu Molida. She actually needs no introduction because she's been Miss Indonesia for a while and she's an amazing contestant. She's a model. She was crowned way back in March, Putri Indonesia. She is, I just want to see how old she is. I don't want to make a mistake. She's 23 years old. And she's absolutely gorgeous. She has actually a really great personality and I'm warming up to her more and more. And she's just someone who's very exciting to watch. Next is, at number 14, is Cambodia, Saritaret. She's 25 years old. She was recently crowned as Miss Cambodia. She's one of the recent winners. I think she really is such an amazing person. She has a lot of experience in the pageant world. She's won other pageants before. She's someone who stood out to me on the road to Miss Cambodia. I wasn't following the pageant very closely, but whenever I saw the photos of the girls, she stood out to me. And then when I heard her speak, I saw on Miss U Updates Instagram page, I saw her give some speech in preparation for the pageant and she blew my mind. And the fact that she's fluent in English is definitely going to be advantageous for her. So she's super exciting. Next is someone who's also crowned recently, that's Chile, Daniela Nicolas. She's 28 years old. She's very big on social media. She also works as a model and she's also in engineering. Now, I really love her personality. I think she is so social media savvy in the sense that she's not the person who's just gonna post pretty pictures of herself. She posts videos of herself. She makes comedic videos. She does TikTok videos, and so that's very popular right now. That's what everyone is doing, and I think that's so fantastic. You need someone dynamic and intelligent, and she has all of that, and just amazing personality. She's very relatable, and I think that's an incredible strength. So I'd be very surprised if she doesn't place at Miss Universe because she has the full package. There's only one thing that I don't like about her is that sometimes in some of her photos she appears much older than she is. She's only 28. Sometimes she can look 35, 36. She can look a little bit older, but that's a small thing. Another thing is I'm someone who I'm pretty iffy with plastic surgery. I'm on and off on it, and I sometimes think it's okay if it really does enhance the contestant and makes her look better, but Chile, Daniela's top lip, I can see is enhanced with filler, and sometimes it's so obvious and quite off-putting. So that very unnatural lip look, I think, could put judges off and would just be too unnatural, especially for Miss Universe in the IMG era. So that's just a small thing. And number 12 is, so 15, 14, 13, 12 is Puerto Rico, Estefania Soto Torres. It's been a few months since she was crowned. She's experienced, she's beautiful, she speaks so well. She did a Giving Tuesday video quite recently, and I was so impressed by her. She wasn't in my top until I actually saw that video. I thought, you know what, she actually is very, very charming, intelligent, she speaks well, and I think she's one to watch out for. Next is 11, France Clémence Bottino. She was crowned in December last year. She's going to crown her successor in a few days time, or like in a week's time, and so she's gonna be one of the queens who's been in her title the longest, and I think that definitely gives a lot of experience, it's a big advantage, because she's so experienced with interviews, with being in the public eye, with how to conduct herself, and I think that's going to just going to be so great for her. I love the fact that she announced that she's going to Miss Universe quite early on, because sometimes with the Miss France organization, they wait a really long while before they say which pageant they'll go to, Miss World or Miss Universe, and she announced Miss Universe quite early on, which shows that that's her determination, that's her goal, that's her ambition, and that is something very positive. Next is someone, again, crowned recently, was Janik, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Maceta from Peru. She was the runner-up in 2019, and then she went on to compete at Miss Supranational 2019. She represented Peru, and she finished third runner-up. Someone who can do that well at such a major pageant is obviously one to watch out for. She's the full package. She's absolutely stunning, and she has a great personality. She also speaks English fluently, which I think is really a big advantage, so she's very exciting to see. Next, at number 9, is the Dominican Republic, Kimberly Jimenez, 23 years old. She was the runner-up at Miss Dominican Republic last year, and then she was just appointed for the competition this year. She didn't actually compete in a whole new pageant. And I think that's okay, you know, this year was a very rough year for people, so I think that's fine, and I think she's a fantastic contestant. She wasn't really posting on Instagram much, she was very quiet. She's picked it up lately, and it's great to see, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from her. Dominican Republic is an exciting, I apologize for the noise outside, I'm so sorry. Dominican Republic is an exciting country in pageant system, and I've been disappointed with some of the candidates they've sent, but also I think they've sent some really good contestants. Like, I loved Ali Bernard of 2018. I thought she was amazing, and she didn't place, and I feel like they've been underwhelming, and they have performed not as well as they should have, and they haven't got the results that they should have been getting. So I want to see if Kimberly is going to not sort of like break into the top 10 for the DR. I think they deserve it. At number 8 is India, Adeline Castellino. She's 22 years old. She is incredible. she's the full package. I would not be surprised if Adeline ends up in the top 5 of Miss Universe. She is at that level, and she is beautiful, great runway walk, great speaking skills. She's very relatable at the same time. So she's really beautiful, very glamorous, but still has that natural and relatable element about herself, which is so charming and so endearing. Next is number 7, Iceland, Elisabeth Hulda. She's 21 years old. She hasn't been getting that much attention from the pageant community. I don't see her on a lot of Instagram pages for different pageant pages. She's not really spoken about as much, but I think she's very exciting. She's very natural. She's got a very natural look about her, and I think that's something that is exciting and refreshing, and Iceland is always sending amazing contestants, so that is someone to look for. Number 6 is Brazil, Julia Gama. She's 27 years old. She was also just appointed Miss Brazil. She wasn't in a pageant this year. She's really fantastic. I still prefer Julia Orta last year, and was disappointed that she only made top 20, but I think Julia Gama will do very well. She's got all the elements that IMG looks for in a queen. And then now is my top 5. Okay, and now it's time for my top 5. At number 5 is the Philippines, Rabia Mateo. She's 24 years old. She is incredible. When it comes to humility, when it comes to someone who is a real person, someone that people can relate to and see themselves in, I think that's amazing. I love the fact that she was an underdog throughout the competition. And the Miss Universe Philippines competition this year must have been grueling because it was basically the whole year until October, because COVID sort of postponed everything. So it's just this whole long process, and throughout it, people were not giving her attention, myself included. We focused on Eliza and Maria Isabel and other people whose names, and Michelle Gumaba. Like, we focused on those contestants and Sandra, and she was sort of like in the background for most people. And she surprised people, and she's amazing. So I'm so excited to see what she's like. I really see her in the top 5 for Miss Universe. And number 4 is Australia, Maria Tatil, 27 years old. Again, she, just like Rabia, is someone who is a real person. I feel like I could know her. I feel like I could be friends with her. There's just something very down to earth about her, and I think that's something refreshing. And I like to see that in the modern day beauty queens. We need to see people who are more relatable. That's just something that appeals to me. And number 3 is Thailand, Amanda Opdan, 27 years old. She is spectacular on every single front except for Q&A, but that can be improved, and if she improves that, she is untouchable. And she's so stunning, so gorgeous, absolutely amazing. I love Amanda. And then next is Mexico, Andrea Meza, 26 years old. She was crowned very recently on the 27th of November. She was Miss World Mexico 2016, and then she finished as the first runner-up at Miss World 2016. She lost to India's Manushi. So someone who is that amazing and can get that far at Miss World is someone you have to look out for. She clearly is coming to win Miss Universe, and it's exciting because the last person who did so well, who reached the top 5 at Miss World and then went to compete at Miss Universe, was Catriona Gray, and she ended up winning Miss Universe. And so that could be that could happen again with Mexico this year. My only worry is I hope the Miss Universe organization does not hold anything against Lupita Jones and the horrible comments she made about Miss Mexico 2019. I hope that doesn't reflect in how they place Andrea. I hope it has absolutely no bearing on that, because that would be super unfair towards Andrea, who deserves to be judged fairly. So that's my only slight concern, but other than that, I think she's perfect. She has every single thing that I look for in a queen, and I think she's super exciting and absolutely stunning. And then number 1 is Canada's Nova Stevens. She's an activist. She's originally from South Sudan, but she had to flee her country, and she eventually made it to Canada when she was only 6 years old. She works as an activist now. She's very involved with Black Lives Matter, and that's her advocacy. She's amazing. At first, I wasn't a big fan of her. When I saw her on the runway, when I saw pictures of her, I saw a model, and I just didn't connect with her. It was only when I heard her do when I watched an Instagram live of hers, and I just really got so attached to her and found her very relatable, a word I keep using, and just someone I'm really rooting for. To be exciting to see her. Some people say that she's too similar to Zozibini, so she won't win. I just say that could come into it, but you just never know with Miss Universe. Some things are very predictable and some things are unpredictable, and you never know what's going to happen on the night. You don't know what direction they're gonna go in. So those are my top 15 favorites. Let me know who you love. I want to know who are your top 5 favorites or your top 10 favorites right now in December. As I said, I'll be making a video every month of my top favorites, updating the list because things change all the time. So my next one will be in January. I'll be releasing more videos, 2 videos each week. Please subscribe, and please remember to like this video. Goodbye.